Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, we are diving into some really beautiful fragrances perfect for fall, and they are all available through Sephora. Not only do I have these fragrances that you need to check out, I will also touch on the eye and the lip combo. Very, very simple, all right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, you guys, so as always, be sure that you are subscribed and give me a big thumbs up if you find any value in the content. Super happy to be partnering with Sephora on today's video. And I always want to remind you, if you shop Sephora, okay, and you're not a beauty insider, you absolutely need to be sure to sign up because it is free. And if you're not familiar with their program, it is a points-based program. It's also tier-based. So depending on where you are within the tiers, you can access savings events and just special opportunities to save and take advantage of those things advanced times, just depending on your tier. Also, when you stack those points, you get to apply them for cash off of future purchases, samples, deluxe samples, and even some full-size products. So it really doesn't matter how often or not often you shop Sephora, there are advantages to becoming an insider. So be sure to check the description box below on how to do that. Also linked will be information on how to take advantage of their same day and expedited delivery. Because yes, if you are always in a rush to get your packages or your beauty, your fragrance like me, certain things you can get them delivered the same day. So all of that will be linked. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the beauty. This lip combo is very, very simple. It is 2 products, no lip liner for me personally today, and 2 Fenty. Like, if you are new here, this is pretty much the only thing that touches my lips are Fenty products for the most part. So I'm wearing the tried and true Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick, and this is in the shade Sorta Selfish. It's just a perfect nude color for me. Sometimes I will just wear this by itself because the sticks are almost like a gloss and lipstick in one. Okay, so you can literally just stick with this step. If you want a little bit more shine, you can always add the gloss bomb. Today I'm wearing the Heat, and this is in the shade Fenty Glow. It's like their universal pinkish nude color, and it really does work on all of the skin tones. So again, if you want this lip look, it's very simple. Anyone can do it and do it well, but these are the 2 products for today. On the eyes, I'm only wearing 2 colors. That's it. 2 colors, you guys. This is NATASHA DENONA, and again, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be one of her palettes on my eyes. So this is the My Dream palette, and it's just chock full of beautiful, warm purples, golds, and peachy colors. So I'm only wearing the colors Aspiration and Familia. That's it. So that is the look for today. I was, in a rush, didn't need to take a lot of time on the look, but we are definitely beat and put together nonetheless, all right? So let's go ahead and jump into a fragrance. I am going to start with a Cali fragrance, okay? This is from the Oudgasm collection, and nope, it is not one of the new releases. It is one from last year's release. I think it was last year. Yes, this is Cafe Oud. This is very robust, date night, coffee, sexy, unisex fragrance, and Cafe Oud describes it so beautifully. For me, this one has always been really strong from the get, but it has absolutely gotten stronger like over this past year, and the patchouli is really singing a lot more than it did when I first got it. So keep that in mind. It may be something you want to start with a little mini travels with, because this one, it just wears so strong now. Like, it again, it started out that way, but she's full on beast mode at this point. So this is a rose and cappuccino scent. For me, I do have a lot of that in my collection, but this addition of the oud, okay, lots of geranium, it's wearing a very different from any other coffee rose in my collection. A lot of my other ones are very sweet, gourmand. They don't fare on that dark, sexy side. So keep that in mind. If you have fragrances like that in your collection, like an Intense Cafe, honey, this wears nothing like that. This is much more mysterious and dark because of the oud, and you really get a lot of oud in this one. So this one opens with notes of cappuccino, bergamot, and orange. You have middle notes of rose and geranium, and you have base notes of oud, white musk, vanilla, and patchouli. Within the first drop of these, I think we see the rose and geranium a few times within that collection, but with this one, I don't get a ton of geranium. So if you don't typically vibe with that note, I think you would be okay. You do get the rose, you do get the coffee, the delicious sweet vanilla. It almost smells like there's like a caramel vanilla thing going on in here, even though they don't mention that, it wears really gourmand, but in a mysterious and sexy way. All right, so check this one out if you have not. This is from the Oudgasm collection from Cali, and this is Cafe Oud 19. So next up is a fall winter classic. I mean, every year, okay, we rush to Sephora to re-up if we have emptied our ginger biscuit from Jo Malone. This is so beautiful. It is ginger snap elevated, but make it a perfume. That's exactly the vibe that I get from this, and I always describe it that way because I just could not believe how likable this scent was for me. And not only for me, my daughter wears this one out. I wear it out. We just really do love the way this smells because the spice, it is there. It's the spice. You got the ginger, you got the nutmeg, all of that, but it's very smooth and it's just done in a really chic way to where you're not going to smell like straight up like spice cabinet. Okay, but what I appreciate about it, it is a gourmand, but it does not wear heavy, syrupy sweet, sugary sweet. It doesn't wear in that way at all. So you can wear this to work if you're in a gourmand, you know, vibe or feel. You're not going to be off-putting and you're not going to overwhelm people, particularly if they do not like super sweet fragrances. So I think this is one that you can dress it up or dress it down. You have somewhere really, you know, chic to go and you're dressed up. This is going to wear beautifully. At the same time, if you're just running your errands, you know, you got your little cozy sweater on, some jeans, throw her on. You're going to smell amazing and you're going to not be doing too much. All right. So Ginger Biscuit opens with notes of ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. You have middle notes of hazelnut and caramel, and you have base notes of vanilla and tonka bean. The thing about this fragrance is we're naming off, you know, these notes, but it really does smell so cohesive. It smells like a ginger snap that has maybe just a little less sugar than normal. Okay. And that's the vibe you're going to get in a bottle. And I love this one. And I love the way these bottles look. I know they have a new look, which I think they kind of change up every year now, but I'm just such a fan of this cute little, you know, amber color bottle and this bow. It is to die. Okay. So be sure to shop it. Available at Sephora. Ginger Biscuit from Jo Malone. So this next one, I understand is very, like, there is some parts about this is highly contested, maybe polarizing, but you all know I am not a fan of the Libres. All right. And I think that if you are a true lover of Libre, the original one, or maybe the Intense, like something about it, I feel like they don't pick up on the nuances within these flankers some of the times. Okay. Because I smelled the original one, nothing warm about it. Okay. So I get a major difference in this one. I bought the Intense when it was first released because everyone is, oh my God, it's Libre, but you got all this vanilla. When I tell you, it was a hot, scratchy, white floral mess with a ton of lavender, and I got zero vanilla from that fragrance. When I say I got zero vanilla, vanilla who, vanilla where? It was not until the La Parfum that they won me over. That one had the honey, it had an amplified vanilla, it had, you know, these new spices wrapped up in there. Complex, super sweet, really beautiful. But baby, the white florals were still very much so kicking in there. I feel like the lavender was dialed back from the Afore, you know, versions of it. Huge difference to me. Some people did not get a difference between the La Parfum and the Intense, and I cannot for the life of me understand why. That's why you always have to just try things for yourself, because they were wildly different on my skin. Now, this Vanille Couture is limited edition. The bottle is gorgeous. I think that this is my favorite Libre, okay? Because the vanilla is so front and center in this fragrance. It's just undeniable to me. Things like lavender, just hit or miss. Hit or miss. And a lot of times in a feminine leaning fragrance, it can be a miss because a lot of people don't know how to do lavender for a feminine fragrance. They really don't. Mon Guerlain, the original one, I think wears that lavender crown. It just really does. It's very, very well done. Libre, let them know. Okay, this one I absolutely love. When this thing starts to dry down or really develop on the skin, you're going to get more vanilla from this one than any other Libre. And I appreciate the fact that they have toned down the lavender even more from the La Parfum. They have toned down the orange blossom more from the La Parfum, but you're still going to get that robust white floral facet. But at some point in this weird experience, the vanilla just hops on top of all of that. Okay, and I'm here for it. I don't think this wears as sweet as the La Parfum, but I think it's still very sweet. I think you really do have to like a sweet white floral. This wears quite robust to me, to the point where it was almost a little cloying when I sprayed it right here in the triangle area, which is a place you actually want to avoid, especially with super sweet white floral designer fragrances, because they can be just team too much a lot of the times. I sprayed a little here today. Oh my God. The vanilla is just everything in this fragrance. It's ambery, it's rich, vanilla, sweet, white floral. And it's a win for me. I don't care who says what. This is a win for me, all right? So be sure to check it out again. It is limited edition. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. And so is the scent if you are a vanilla lover. Libre Vanille Couture from Yves Saint Laurent. So next up is another lavender fragrance, but the lavender is very dialed back compared to the before mentioned. Okay, this is Dave. This is from Henry Rose, and you all know how much I love this fragrance. There is a beautiful chantilly cream note. It's a lot of vanilla, but not in a thick, sweet, overdose gourmand type of way. It does not wear at all like this one. You do get an neroli in here, and it makes it wear just like with a slight touch of freshness, slight white floral green thing going on, but it's not overdone, at least on my skin. You also have a note of cacao shell, which to me, it lends a unique woody quality to the fragrance. So Dave opens with notes of pink pepper, neroli, and tangerine. You have middle notes of almond blossom, lavender extract, and orange. And you have base notes of vanilla bean, chili cream, tonka bean, and cacao shell. It's just really beautiful. If you are in the market for a really chic vanilla fragrance that is not just a classic take on a gourmand scent that we're about to get into next, then I think you will really enjoy it. It's a very clean brand. So if you're really conscious about the quality of ingredients that you place on your skin, or things that you're emitting into the air, this is a brand that really does focus on that. So be sure to check it out. Again, this one is Dave from Henry Rose. And with that, I want to go ahead and announce a giveaway. I have a brand new unopened Dave from Henry Rose right here. So if you are interested in getting this one, if you want this sent to you, go ahead and enter the giveaway, you guys. So drop me a vanilla ice cream emoji if you can, and that will let me know that you're interested. I will give it a few days, and I will make a comment to your comment that you have won, because with giveaways we can get a lot of spam bots and things like that. Just know that you will have to reach out to me on Instagram DM or my business email to claim your prize. All right, and good luck to all of the people entering the giveaway. Next up is one I have been ranting and raving about and raving and ranting about. Okay, from the house of Chris Collins, Forbidden Apple CROQUE. I'm stalking every day Sephora. I pray to God that y'all go ahead and get this back in stock, because I think they have the travels left, but these full bottles sold out, I think, within like the first day. I mean, I'm so glad I got it as soon as it was released, because this is just an utter love for me. This is a really warm and sweet gourmand take on an apple. And I've said before, apples are just like those fragrances tend to wear for like that category of spring, summer, bright, super girly, some a little fresh, like crisp apple. Baby, this apple is sweet. She is coated in warm bourbon vanilla. You've got the strawberry blossom and pomegranate nectar mentioned. It is fruity, okay? It is, but it is balanced so beautifully with these warm components that make it perfect for this time of year. It's very long lasting. It layers with other fragrances within his collection. I have been wearing this one with African ROOIBOS, which is another Chris Collins fragrance available at Sephora. That is the sexiest tea scent that has ever been created. I don't care what anybody says. It's very unique. It's woody. It's sexy. It's unisex. It's red tea, and you have nothing like it. So get your nose on that one. But if you have them both, I really urge you to, try them layered together. It's going to add the perfect dose of sexy spice to this fragrance. So she is everything on her own. Trust and believe, the way I have been spraying it, everything on its own. But if you want to sexify the fragrance even more, or make it even more alluring, perfect for date night type of thing, try it together and you're going to smell phenomenal. Again, this one is from the house of Chris Collins. This is Forbidden Apple CROQUE, and this is African ROOIBOS. Next up is another vanilla. This one reminds me of other vanillas I have in my collection, but I just could not sit with myself at home and keep smelling this thing in the air on my skin and not spin the block and go ahead and get me a full bottle of Love Notes Plush Vanilla. Ariana Grande, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my favorite from her, and I've tried quite a few from her range of fragrances. This one without a doubt has the best performance. Okay, it's very sandalwood. It's like this fluffy marshmallow macaron thing they have going on in here. Tons of vanilla. That is what she wrote. There is an orange blossom mentioned, but that is so very much so in the background. Like you get something a little floral, but underneath it all, this is without a doubt going to be all about that like creamy sandalwood vanilla gourmand facets. Like that's what really shines in here. Now if you look at the notes, they are very similar to Vanilla Skin the body mist, and I will always say Vanilla Skin the body mist and Vanilla Skin the eau de parfum, they were very different. Bought it, did not like the perfume, loved the body mist, but I don't wear body mist often. So the fact that I feel like I have that fragrance in a long wearing EDP now, I'm very happy. I can also compare this to Cashmere and Vanilla Essence from Donna Karan. A lot of people, when that one was released, they said it smells very much so like the body mist of Vanilla Skin. Very true. Now the Donna Karan, it has a really bright green apple. I think it wears the strongest out of all of these that I'm mentioning for sure. It's sweeter, and I think the jasmine really does pop through. This one, I'm going to say is, I mean, it's just so much bang for your buck. You're getting 125 mils for 80 bucks. Great performance. And if you just have one, okay, you're on a budget, girl, which one do I get? Just go ahead and get this one, because you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck. And you're going to get something that smells like those. Scratch the apple, which is going to make it perfect for this time of year. Scratch the apple, add a fluffy like marshmallow component to it. That is what you have, okay? So, oh, love it. Addictive. Check it out. This one is Love Notes from Ariana Grande, her Plush Vanilla. Next is a really beautiful coffee scent, but unlike the first one that we touched on, this is going to be sugary, sweet, warm, gourmand, girly, feminine, like all the things you want to smell like if you love coffee and you're looking for a gorgeous scent based around it. This is called Casino, and this is from Brown Girl Jane, and this is all about like these rum notes, almond facets, and this espresso experience. If you could imagine smelling like a really sweet, frothy espresso martini, I think that is the vibe that you can expect to get with this one. I think if you love really sweet gourmands and you're looking for, you know, a perfect espresso or coffee scent, this one is it. I love the fact that they have balanced it so that it doesn't wear like too sharp or really dark. This is, again, something that's giving me coffee, but it's like a little frothy, and then with the booziness, it's just really sexy. So be sure to check this one out because it is a really beautiful mix of sensuality, feminine, and gourmand sweetness. All right, again, this one is from Brown Girl Jane, and this one is Casino. All right, you guys, so that is it for me. Please be sure to check the description box below. Everything will be linked. Also, be sure to sign up to become a beauty insider with Sephora. A huge thank you to Sephora for partnering with me again for today's video. And that is it for me, you guys. Be sure you are subscribed. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.